Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
You don't need the years of business experience. You don't need to be able to analyze a spreadsheet and be obsessed with numbers and trends and all. If those aren't your natural things in your wheelhouse, you can hire people for that. You can delegate. Follow your soft skills. Lean on those. Trust those. Make them your strengths and farm out the rest of the stuff that needs to be done. And we're back.
With another episode of He Said, She Said.
Are you so excited that we leave next week for the lake house?
I'm so excited.
I literally can't quite believe that's here already. Like, how fast is this year going?
Not just that, I just want to acknowledge and talk about how much faster you can pull your dreams into play once you really start focusing on them and deciding that they don't have to wait.
Yeah.
Because that vision was, for me, I was like, oh, maybe this is like when I'm 50.
Yeah,
like maybe we'll have a lake
out.
house on the water and we can go on the boat really easily when I'm 50. And we know we did it at your mom's house all the time, but it really is a vision to like be able to have our friends and entertain at this lake house where we can have people
place
come
that feels
and
like
connect.
ours. Yep.
So it was just that moment. We were actually on a walk and we just had this moment. We saw this house up for sale that was right on the street that we walked by every day.
Yep.
And
Watched them build it for 2 years.
I don't remember the first question, but I think it was something like, wait, what are we waiting for? Mm-hmm. Can we do this or not? What's the opportunities? What are our options? And all of a sudden you start to realize that maybe you have some options. Maybe there are some things in your life that you can rearrange, or schedules that you can rearrange, or timelines you can speed up.
Well, the topic today has nothing to do with that, but it's a great link because what put us in position from a monetary ability, from a time availability, from an energy availability, like what put us in position to grab that place is not our business skills. Matter of fact, you could almost argue that we're lacking in several business skills sorely, but it's the soft skills that have made us good at business. Does that make sense? Like there's the traditional business skills that people have, and not to mention the traditional business educations that people have. But sometimes those only get you so far. And it's the old question, would you rather be book smart or street smart? I don't know that there's a right answer to that, but my right answer is I'd rather be street smart. We've got some soft skills, like some emotional intelligence skills that have really made us soar. And that's what we wanted to talk about today, because there's too many people, and this is to you listening right now. There are too many individuals, and maybe you're this person, that holds yourself back from the business of your dreams, or from creating a side hustle, or from switching careers, because you feel like you don't have the actual business skills necessary. And if I had to bet between taking someone with incredible EQ over an incredible education, I'm going to take the incredible EQ every single time. And I think that's how you and I have really gotten to the point where we are.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's definitely not because we're integrators.
No. Visionaries, but visionaries with the soft skills that make us be able to get through from starting a business to the end, to the win.
Absolutely.
So what's your soft skill?
So I have a few that I've been able to pinpoint. I'll start with an obvious one for myself is that I am the ultimate consumer. Not just the ultimate consumer.
I want to make so many jokes.
I am the ultimate sharer of things that I love as well. And the reason that this is a soft skill for me is because when I'm shopping, when I'm consuming, when I'm online, when I'm looking, I don't just love it for shopping at all for me. Honestly, I love looking online at new products. I love learning about what's out there. I love the branding. I love the marketing. I love talking to people when I'm sharing a product that I love. I love talking to people about why they would love it. What are the gaps in the current things that they're using and why this one fills those gaps? And also, I just really, really love like looking at things and seeing if there's still a space where it could get better. Seeing if there's still a white space where I'm like, I really like this, but I can see where this could be better. And that's been huge for me as a consumer of products of coaching, of products of masterminds, of products of actual tangible products, whatever that is, of products of what I'm doing now with Light Pink. So alcohol, non-alc, that has been one of the biggest skill sets for me in making a better product and really getting it out to the people and selling the message is because I am the ultimate consumer and I'm always buying things thinking about how they could be better and what is missing.
Yeah, you really are. I've got to hand that to you. Like all jokes aside about you being a good consumer and buying everything, you can look at someone's business or you can look at someone's proposed product and immediately say, people are going to like this or people are not going to like this. People are going to buy this or people are not going to buy this. And then when you give your reasons why, there are reasons that I didn't see, but once I hear them, it's the most obvious no-brainer reasons on the planet, right? Like, it's like, oh, of course they're going to buy it because of this, or because, of course they're not going to buy it because of this. And you can just see what's around the corner. You can see what's going to make people take action or not. And that's applied to all of our businesses.
Mm-hmm. And truly, I hate to say it, but it's from practice, actually. So that is a soft skill that was developed. It's like, obviously, I naturally lean towards loving products and marketing and all the things, but it was practice because I do love to consume. I love to purchase and try and do, quote unquote, the R&D. So whenever I'm shopping, Chris, it's like, R&D. Oh, it really, honestly.
Does that mean we can write everything off then that you buy?
I think we might be able to because it's a future product of mine, potentially.
If someone's listening right now, if you're listening right now and you hear this and you think, wait, I'm a really good consumer. I know what's going to be popular and what's not. Then lean into that because maybe you could be the ultimate affiliate and represent products that make you money.
Yes, for
maybe
sure.
You don't have to own the product yourself, but you can be the best advocate of products that you know are going to be a smash hit and take 30, 40% of the sales.
Honestly, that is why I was such an incredible network marketer. Is because the second that you give me something that already had the back end set up and something that I absolutely loved, it just seemed easy for me. So truly, that is amazing. How about you?
Several come to mind. I've talked in the past about how I can recognize who's going to be successful and who's not, but I don't think that's a soft skill. I think that's a skill that I've built over time of being able to see how people and how things unfold. But I guess it's kind of a soft skill. So if you have that, lean into it. I would say I don't get too high on the highs and I don't get too low on the lows. Like my emotions when it comes to business are very even keeled. They stay within a very specific range. And this can be good and bad. Like maybe I should celebrate wins more. Maybe I should get more excited over things. But it really has served me and it really has served us well, because when things are going awry, to me, it's just sit down and let's figure it out. And you know what makes no sense? When something little, now let's just talk about my life in general. When something little goes wrong, I throw an absolute spaz, don't I? But when something big goes wrong, I'm just cool and collected and like, this is no big deal. Here's the plan. And that has applied to business. So if you hear this and you're like, oh, wait, I don't get too high on the highs. I don't get too low on the lows. Like things don't derail me. I don't go into an emotional tizzy or frenzy and get derailed for a day or a week. If that's you, then you really might be cut out to have your own business, because things will derail you if you don't have this superpower. And things will, let's say, lure you in the wrong direction if you get too excited too easily or think you've crossed the finish line already. So that's got to be a soft skill that we've, really benefited from.
So the next one for me, just so if you heard that and you're like, oh, maybe I get really emotional during certain things, I just want to share that one of mine is that I have the ability to wait to respond and actually assess the situation. And this was a learned skill for me because I am more emotional than Chris when it comes to business. I tend to just need a little bit more time to let my emotional, to actually
let something pass.
Yes, to let that emotion wash over me a bit, because it feels a bit like a tidal wave in the beginning where I can't sort through my thoughts. And I know that I'm not going to make a good decision. I'm not going to write a good email. I'm not going to say something good. And I'm probably going to make it from an emotional place. So I have learned to let myself come back to a neutral place before I assess anything. Sometimes that requires, depending on how big it was, sometimes it does require me sleeping on it, because that night of sleep, even if you don't sleep well that night, it always flips. In the morning, you always feel different. Something always happens at night, especially, I'm just going to share, like, honestly, I say a prayer every night to just get the answer or clarity or to be able to make a decision the next day. And there's something about sleeping on it, especially when you ask a positive question before you go to bed, or you ask for what you need, whether that's a higher power or just asking your brain. Your brain goes to work on that decision, or even on coming down and coming into a neutral place. So you can still do business even if you get emotional, if you learn how to hold your response time. I mean, this goes for you and me in arguments. Like, we really try to not respond or like take a minute or go for a walk before we talk if we're in a really upset place.
We really don't have hardly any fiery arguments at all, right? We kind of put things out when there's smoke, or we know how to manage them in terms of handling it at the right time and in the right way. And that's been a learned skill. I think one more soft skill that'll really serve you, one that I really lean on, is I'm naturally optimistic. I see the opportunity in everything. And even when something goes wrong, I'm optimistic that there's a way to fix it. I'm optimistic that something's going to work out in our favor. I'm optimistic that there's a way to make everything work. I mean, heck, there is. Like, some of the dumbest inventions and products in the whole wide world are popular because an optimistic, good leader saw the possibility in it and said, no matter how dumb this product and idea is, we're going to find a way to get people excited about it. And optimism, people want to follow optimism. People want to partner with optimism. People want to buy optimism. And if that's your default, that's going to make you a damn good business owner.
Yeah, we always talk about that. Like, people are not necessarily buying the product. They're buying your energy. They're buying your belief. So especially, I mean, I love optimism. That's what people are after. That's how they want to feel. They want to feel good and hopeful about life. So I feel like that absolutely translates into whatever you are sharing and selling. So you guys, we are so grateful for you. In just any of these skills that we shared, they can all be practiced. They can all be honed in on. And if there's a spot in your business that you're like, oh, I can't do it because of this, but you can always find those people. You can hire out that other potential skill. But I'm telling you, these skills that we shared with you are some of the biggest that you can have as potentially a founder, CEO of your company.
Yeah, so don't second guess yourself. You don't need the Harvard MBA. You don't need the years of business experience. You don't need to be able to analyze a spreadsheet and be obsessed with numbers and trends and all. If those aren't your natural things in your wheelhouse, You can hire people for that. You can delegate that. You can surround yourself with people to do those pieces for you. Follow your soft skills, lean on those, trust those, make them your strengths, and farm out the rest of the stuff that needs to be done. That is going to be your winning formula for you and your business. So lean into it. Thanks for listening. Always love and appreciate you guys.
Thank you, guys. Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start, which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to Kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also as influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at Kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori. Hey,
thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back, and I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true, deep sense of community. And it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com.